Anthony's in Yountville. Anthony, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up? Oh, hey, Guru. All right. It's so sad, and I mean this in like a good way, but then again, it's not. Just hearing the hurt Guru's his voice, man, thinking or believing that LeBron was going to come. And I just want to speak from basketball terms. It never made sense.
You're right.
Like, it never, ever made sense because we don't have a good team. And you don't want to go to, like a paper mache team at 41 years old. You want to go to a team with guys that are going to pull their load and they're going to really give you an opportunity to win. And I thought it was so crazy about 3 weeks ago when it started to come out that, what's his name? Willard, he was kind of selling Jaylen Brown short on his skill, saying that, like, that's not, Jaylen Brown would have moved the needle. And I was like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Jaylen Brown is a legit star, a superstar, if you ask me. Tyrese Maxey is a star on the rise. DJ Edgecombe is a rising star. You got Quentin Grimes. Like, I don't even care about the Embiid part of the equation because he's a hung tooth. You don't know. I think people may have been looking at Embiid and saying, like, well, what about him? What about him? Well, like, what about him? It doesn't matter. But the Warriors just didn't have anything going to possibly get LeBron. And I'm just speaking for basketball terms. It was never going to be a good fit. Just like Cleveland wouldn't have been a good fit because LeBron don't want to play with James Harden. James Harden's not a winner. And until further notice, Donovan Mitchell wasn't a winner either. And you look at the Warriors, and all we really have going for ourselves is Steph. And I'm going to drop a bomb on you. If the Warriors want to get good or they want to put themselves in position, they would actually trade Steph. I know it's not going to happen, but if we're just talking business and basketball, you trade Steph, you get 3 firsts, and you build yourself for the future. But we know that's not going to happen. So I think these conversations are kind of moot when you think about what can we do, because everything that we could do, we've done already. And you can't cheat the process of getting, building a good team. You have to go through all the stuff that comes with it, just like we did when we drafted Steph and Clay and Dre. Like, in all the teams that are good now, they went through the mud in the pain and the growing process. And it's just our time to kind of go through that again.
Well, I'll say this. You make a lot of good points, and I saw your IG post about, and I'll share it with Evan. He was making a mockery of, he was driving at his job. I won't tell him where he works, and he was laughing at the people that thought LeBron was coming, and it hit home. But I just have a problem with, you have Steph Curry at this level, and you can sit here and call in, and I'm not fighting you, and you could say we're not a good team. Why? Because you missed on picks, you couldn't close deals, and that's why we're here. But the worst part of it all is we still got 30, fine wine, but we got nothing around them.
Just like most of the times when you have that, like, last, that superstar on the team and nothing around him, this is kind of what it looks like. Like, I mean, it's not quite like Kobe Bryant, but, he was the last of the Mohicans on his team. And, it was either get rid of him or let him ride into the sunset. And if you rode into the sunset, it was most likely not going to be the best basketball or the best team around him. And I think we're just at that point, too. Things just haven't worked out in our favor, but the picks and the bad trades, they haven't helped either. But this is just kind of what it looks like when the sun is setting.
No, appreciate the call, Anthony. A lot of good points. I mean, I think the difference between Kobe and the way that Steph is going out is what frustrates people.
I hate that word, Evan, real quick, going out. But go ahead. It signals
it's 2 words.
Yeah. They'll be out.
But I think the part that frustrates people is that Steph is still playing at an elite level when he's healthy. Man. Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles, and so it made a little more sense.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't an All-NBA talent, whereas Steph still has the chance to, maybe not over an 82-game season, but he can still be the best player in a big moment. And I think fans want the Warriors to put stuff around him to help to get to one of those moments again, just like he helped in a big moment, like elevate Team USA, right? He was the guy in the biggest games in the biggest moment for them. And unfortunately, the Warriors don't have the resources or the cap space to go and get the players like a Team USA. The thing about Jaylen Brown, though, that he brought up, and I'm with him, I do think that Jaylen Brown is a very, very, very good basketball player. But my problem is if you mortgage all of your picks for him, you don't have anything left to put around him. When Jaylen Brown was Finals MVP of the Celtics, that team had Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Derek White, and Drew Holiday. That's a really good top six.
Correct.
And then he was the best player among those players. But with Steph, who's still damn good, him and Jaylen Brown is not enough to usurp the young, ridiculous power that is OKC and San Antonio.
Well, I'll just insert Jaylen Brown if he were Jimmy Buckets before Steph's hammy went. Jimmy Buckets had me thinking with the pedigree, Draymond Green not being, super duper star, but what he brought to the table and him mastering his portfolio and what he does on the court, I was thinking to myself, and it felt like it. So I lived it. It was short-lived, but I felt like the Warriors had a chance. And yeah, if you wanted to go 1 through 6, okay, we lose that battle. But on the court, you could have did that with Minnesota Timberwolves. And what did we do until Curry got hurt? We went up there with Jimmy and won that first game after beating a young Houston team, to where if we wanted to really get technical, if we did a draft, they had some dudes and they were young. But to get that just ripped out from underneath you stinks. But I would love to have watched Jaylen and Steph fail or not come close or not get close to the coveted prize. But at least we're not in the play-in getting sent home. At least we're in a round or two and maybe the conference final. So, again, I understand, and Tim Kawakami's messed up my whole week, and he didn't do it on purpose, because if this, what he spoke about is true and the Warriors brass is worried about life after Steph, then this thing is really, let's just play next year. Hopefully it goes well, and then the books reset, and then we'll go all in. And if Steph is okay with that, how can I not? But, man, that doesn't make me go to the microwave and put my basketball popcorn in it.
No, it doesn't. But, okay, let's say, all right, you do everything for the now, and you get out of the play-in, and you get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you get to the same place you were with Jimmy Butler. You get to the second round and you lose. Okay, what then? How are you going to get better?
It's the front office's job to continue to add.
But you can't add anything because you've cashed in all your chips.
Well,
it's like, I'm with you, Goo.
And I hear what you're saying with that.
Like, there's nothing beyond that. If Jaylen Brown or Anthony Davis or LeBron or some amalgamation of the three is not good enough, you can't do anything else.
Okay, so now I'm going to tap into my Daryl Willard. How can you justify this year? You got a job to do. Free agency comes and goes. You didn't add a player. Like, what message are you sending? I think we know, but how can you, what happened?
Okay, so if the Warriors had, instead of brought back DeAnthony Melton, signed
even Simons, I would have been, okay, you're Sexton.
I don't think you would have.
But to run it back,
you still would have been disappointed. People still would have been disappointed because they didn't get a big fish.
So I guess what did they accomplish?
If they had gotten Quentin Grimes instead of DeAnthony Melton, is Grimes a better player? Yeah, but is Quentin Grimes going to turn you from a 37-win team to a 45-win team?
It's not just his job to do that. He's going to help, but it's the front office's job to sit down and tell the media who's asking questions, hey, Evan and Goo and Steiny need to get faster. We need to get more athletic, and then just sit on your thumbs. That's what's so just criminal about this. And maybe that wasn't their goal, but that's what ended up happening. You went to the party and didn't even dance, and we just want to know why. But now we're supposed to be, it's about the future. How do we know you're not going to botch these next future picks? Because there's examples, or I think it's fair for people to say, you know what, I'm a little trepidatious about the Warriors with these draft picks, wherever they end up being, getting it right. Because you haven't gotten right for a few years. That's why we're here. But to just pull a mulligan this past year and just say we're running it back with Steph with runner's knee, to me is negligence.
I think people don't like that they're losing in the court of public opinion, because the Warriors haven't lost in that place in a long time. But this is what they have to sit in. I'll take your analogy. It's not as if they went to the dance and didn't ask anybody to dance. They brought a partner. They brought a partner to the dance, and that partner is in a boot. So you're just going to go dance with other people because your partner is unavailable? No, that's not how you do things. Well, at least you could do it that way. But you know what I mean? It's like you brought your partner, and that partner was Jimmy Butler. And he is in a cast.
And I love that move.
He was shooting in France today. He was taking shots on his IG.
Shesky mentioned something about his scar. Did you see that? Did he show a scar off from his injury?
Who?
Jimmy.
Butler?
Yeah, I guess it was a long scar.
Well, I would assume so. Yeah. He tore his ACL.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was
But
tough.
do you think I'm being I'm not being a spoiled brat, but I thought Willer was wrong when he said that about just Evan, when it's all in the dust settles, nothing. Well, and you told us Mike Dunleavy told us we need to get faster, and we just running it back, huh?
Well, but also he's saying, but you can't go out in there and do something that doesn't help you. It's like you can't go out and.
But how do you know that if you don't try? How do you know if it didn't help you till you try? We don't even got that to look forward to.
Well, what if Steph plays 60 games this year? Are you going to be 6 games better? Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest part of this is you don't know what Steph Curry's going to be next season in terms of available. I feel pretty confident saying he's going to be a good basketball player.
But would you put that, and I'm not mad at you.
30 games with runner's knee.
But would you put that, because I'm just curious to get yours real quick. Would you put that at the top of the list on what the Warriors' concerns are going into next year? It's a concern, don't get me wrong. But if he battles and beats that, then it's about, I still got to be the 25-year-old version of myself.
Well, who's the best player on the team?
Steph Curry.
Then that's your biggest concern. And look, if this
What about running him in the ground, D? That's now my biggest concern.
Well, then you don't do that. And you see how many games you could win with him playing 28 minutes a night.
Well, I think we know that.
We know what happens when he doesn't play 40 games. This team stinks. And the fact is, you got to hope that he can be healthy again so that if Jimmy Butler comes back, maybe you decide that you want to trade Draymond Green in February and you want to cash in those picks. Everyone wants to do everything for Steph, but it's like there's a cost. Jimmy Butler was a cost. And now,
and I love the move. So, am I a hypocrite? It just backfired so bad.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. To me, it's not. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not
maybe
saying
that's why I'm frustrated. That hurt. Go ahead.
Well, and I'm not saying I'm right. But let's say you do cash in for insert player. It's like that's kind of what they did with Jimmy. And now after he got hurt, you're seeing what your flexibility actually is, which is you either have to double down or you have to just live with it. And I think they're choosing to live with it instead of going back to the loan shark and saying, can I get some more cash?
Okay, I like that. But if you had, I got to be careful here, a closer that could have sat down with Bron, and I'm with our caller Ant, who was saying he wasn't ever coming here. Maybe you closed the deal that way because it wasn't about money. He was coming on the cheap. You didn't get him. And now we're hearing reports from Logan Murdoch, allegedly, that some in the Warrior brass agreed with me and thought Jaylen Brown or Anthony Davis might suffice. So, again, I guess I just want answers. Was Mike Dunleavy one of those guys that didn't want Anthony Davis or want Jaylen Brown or wanted him and got vetoed? I don't know, but it doesn't give me any more confidence reading stories like that to where you don't think the front office is on the same page. And to me, I don't want to say it's a hierarchy, but if I'm running the team and you're my guy, general manager, and we got a great relationship, Evan, if I'm really fixated on a guy, I'm going to tell you in a kind way, hey, I know where you're at, Evan.
I want him.
But as Frank Sinatra, we're doing it my way.
Yeah.
and we'll roll with it. If it doesn't work, we keep moving.
All right, let's get out to the phone lines at 888-957-9570. Again, we got Nohema Nien coming up at about 1:20, general manager of the Golden State Valkyries, who start their second half tonight after the All-Star break. And to talk to her about some big picture stuff, again, at 1:20. Let's go out to Oakland and talk to our guy, Flea.
Flea.
Hey, what's up, Flea? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? Every time I get off work, I got 95.7 the game, and I hear Goop saying some wild stuff, man. Every time I call around this time, I'm on the highway getting off work.
Okay.
So listen to this, Goop. Hey, Goop. So you saying the Warriors was going to be fast with LeBron? Because I just heard you say, we're going to be slow. Steph got runner's knee. So when LeBron was going to make us fast, I feel like this, Goop. You wanted LeBron just for the entertainment. You didn't want him to win. You just said, we got LeBron. So I want please stop tripping off LeBron. We did not need LeBron. The season, most guys that's in the barbershop that's talking on the streets is saying the season haven't even started. So I'm trying to figure out who is these fans that wanted LeBron so bad.
Flea, you got me real quick. Don't hang up. You got me on the faster part. LeBron wasn't that example. I'm taking it one step further. LeBron, and you tell me if you disagree, was going to make this team better. There's no world that don't mean a championship. Flea, he was going to make us better. Am I wrong? That's my premise with LeBron, and that's why I was in.
Goo, you are right in the sense of LeBron has a high IQ, and he's probably one of the greatest players of all time. So I understand your premise on that.
Okay.
But long term, LeBron James is not going to make the Warriors better this year. If we miss the playoff, we wasn't going to win a championship going against the Spurs. We wasn't going to win a championship going against, let's say, who else? OKC. So getting LeBron is just for in your window. We got LeBron. That's it. It was like we wasted. That was a wasted. LeBron wasn't coming to the Warriors anyway. You know, I've been saying that. But anyway, like, I don't get it. Why people are talking about we want LeBron. We didn't beat LeBron. Steph beat LeBron 3 times for a championship. Why in the world y'all want him with Golden State? Like, I'm trying to figure out the mindset. For what? We beat him. We won. We didn't got our chips off LeBron. I don't want him in the Bay Area at all.
I got you, Flea. Well, that's how he feels.
And you know what? He called me. My hands are up. The basketball police have arrested me. I've said into this microphone. Castani said it too, Flea. Evan, you can back me up. I think I do want LeBron for the wrong reasons. I do stand on he would have made us better. Maybe not a championship, and that's why I was hoping AD. But I wanted Flea before he hung up to tell me, what does Warrior fan have to look for this season, E? What do we have to look forward to?
Hopefully a healthier Steph Curry. Hopefully a healthier Porzingis. Basically just a healthier team.
Can I get a number from you, though? What, are we going to win a round? Or are we so they're playing, sponsored by the Golden State Warriors again?
No, I think the goal is to be in the mix as probably a play-in team. See if you can sneak into the playoffs. It's the same goal as it was last year.
But I got Steph. I shouldn't have to sneak in anywhere.
You've been sneaking in since you won the championship. 2
of the last 3, we didn't get in.
No, but I'm saying it's like each time. Okay, the year they beat the Lakers, they were. Well, I guess they were 6, right? They beat the Kings, but they barely snuck into the top 6.
Right.
But Jimmy, they were 7 seed, so they snuck into the playoffs.
And he quit shooting.
And okay, so you know,
no, he got hurt. Jimmy, it was the back.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna give it the BOT.
Well, he wasn't as good, and it's like that's where they're at. They're stuck. They are stuck. And LeBron James was not going to change that. He wasn't going to unstick them for a year.
But he would make them better. The Flea gave me that. You got to give me that,
He'd make them a whole hell of a lot more interesting.
But that means better. What, like, just real quick, and maybe I need to say it. What does that mean? The interesting means better.
To me, it means they would have been more disappointing because when they ended up being a play-in team again next season, you would have crushed them because they had LeBron who was supposed to change everything.